I'm gonna start here with a 1/4 cup of water, so I have over here. Not much, just a 1/4 cup. And now I'm gonna grab my tablespoon, and I've got red wine vinegar. I'm gonna put 2 of this, because we want an acid. And this is definitely an acid that we want. This is gonna, you know, we work with all our senses, you know, the sweet, salty, bitter, and also umami. So we want 2 of these. So when you're trying to create something, always keep those things in mind. Always keep, you know, your taste buds in mind, what you want. And things can always be fixed. If something's too bitter, you can add something sweet to it to kind of counteract it. So that's our bitter right there. And I'm gonna eyeball this. A teaspoon of onion powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. Now I want to go with just 1 tablespoon of hot sauce. Here's some spice we're gonna add to the list. Now this can be adjusted. This isn't really a hot sauce, but it can be. You can modify it to where you want it. So we're just gonna add 1. I don't want to make it too spicy because some people don't like it that way. So I'm gonna add that.
You're saying it's spicy, but I'm looking at heat.
Yeah, it's heat, but you know, like a spicy heat. And you know, you could change it around with other things to make it more spicier, more hotter. It's depending on how you want to adjust it. You could add different types. That's why I have the red pepper flakes. You can add that to add a little more heat to it, a little more spice to it, if you want. So it just depends on your taste buds and what you're looking to do. So now we're gonna add some Worcestershire. This is just 1 tablespoon. Now in this recipe, I don't add any salt because I get salt from this. I get it from the anchovy. So now I don't. It's like when I use soy sauce, I try to adjust it. I buy the low sodium kind to be able to adjust, you know, your salt levels.
You said you put anchovy in, I missed that.
No, Worcestershire. I don't put salt in because it has anchovies in it, and anchovy is very salty. So I use that as my salt product. And if you wanted to add some after you taste it, you can. So, and don't worry.
People are just getting, what's the name of this recipe that you're making right now?
It's Marcella wings.
Marcella.
If you use powder, it's a tablespoon per cube. So I like to buy the Norris powder. It's a lot easier for me to work with. So I'm gonna add in.
You said that was beef?
This is
The
beef
flavor.
bouillon. Yep.
Now, what if you use beef broth, the liquid, instead of the water? Would you still have to use that?
Nope, you could. I probably wouldn't use as much. You want to adjust that, because this is kind of like granulated, so it's like stronger. You might want, but that's more liquidy. So, just, you know, I would have to figure out the adjustment for it. Wait, I want to do that. So I'm gonna adjust this to a low, to medium low. Grab my whisk here, because what I want to do is start dissolving and granulating. And that's why I like better about the powder, because the cubes do it as well. But, so now I'm just going to throw a little bit of black pepper. Let's see, a couple grinds. And this is going to be the controversial ingredient. This is brown sugar. 2 cups. Now I know everyone's saying, why are you putting brown sugar in it if you're not supposed to be healthy and stuff, but actually, you got to remember too, when you're substituting things, it's for a whole recipe. So this sauce is for like a whole batch. I have like 70 wings in here. So you're getting that for that whole, you know, for your whole party, basically. Basically what I want to do here. I like to store things in mason jars. These are actually all jars from like spaghetti sauces and stuff. I like to keep all my yeast. They're nice and air dried, so they'll last a while. And it's just so much better to have someone else's from time to time. So now the secret ingredient, which is not really much of a secret since it is called Marcella wings, is a 1/4 cup of Marcella wine. And this gives such a great flavor. And like I was saying about how this was like a mistake or something, it was basically, I had run out of whiskey for something. And I always make chicken Marcella for people. It's pretty popular when I do private dinners. So I always have this. I don't always have whiskey. So I was like, let me
What's
try
the name
this.
of that one?
The Marcella.
Do you know Marcella?
That too is whatever's on sale, but I usually try to get the sweet kind. So I know you guys can't see it from here, but we're gonna get it to like a rolling boil. We whisk periodically. And now what I'm gonna do, now that I got that to that rolling boil, put this on one.
Which is simmer?
Simmering, exactly. So now this is the salsa, but I don't make a traditional salsa. And I can sit here and do the tomato thing, but I mean, the tomatoes have been done to death. This one is a strawberry salsa. So I got about 5 or 6 strawberries here. And basically what I want to do, look at this one, I want to just dice it a bit. You can make, I like a salsa chunkier, to be quite honest with you. When you get the commercial ones, they're usually pretty fine, like the onions and everything. But I like to do a nice small dice with this one anyways. But you can make it as big as you like. Basically what I want to do is use a quarter. So I'm not even going to use this whole onion. And they had no small onions, so I had to make do.
Watch him chop that.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, it's kind of tough to see from there. Basically, I want to use a quarter of this. And that's the bottom. And 1 small green pepper. Now, originally with this recipe, they wanted you to steam it. Because there's but I kind of like it a little bit. So you have the option to steam it first, if you'd like to. If you want a quick way to steam, just do it in the microwave. Take like a Pyrex, put a little bit of water, just throw it in, cover it. Just look at a minute or 2, just do it as you go. I mean, when I worked for the what do you call it? Sodexo, we used to have, we had the luxury of having the big steamers. So we would take all vegetables, put them in the big steamer, so when someone ordered stir fry, it was already par cooked. I mean, I do them right from raw, and I like them a little bit crunchier, but in the food service, when you have lines of people, you have to kind of cheat a little bit. So, this we want to dice, we'll go down this way, do long strips to the end, and grab it this way, and dice this way.
Would you mind moving that bowl and then we can see you chopping?
Oh, I know, the bowl
Oh,
with
this
the
one.
plates and the
That's the
napkins.
only reason we can't, yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was that one
napkins.
that was in the way.
Why don't you steam the salsa?
Yeah.
No, not the salsa, just this pepper before chopping it.
Thank you.
Just the pepper
Thank
before
you.
chopping it. Yeah, see, I don't because I kind of like the pepper a little bit on the crunchier side as opposed to on the softer side. So I'm gonna shut this off and let the residual juice this down. Just like that.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Just half. If you want it hotter, leave the seeds. If you do not. Now this I can't stress enough. Wear gloves or something when you do this, or wash your hands. I've already done it 3 times. It's got it in my eye. Believe it or not. And I don't know how I did it. I think I just went like this or something, and it's not good. It's not. Alrighty then. I'll toss this around a bit. Now this recipe you can adjust it for larger parties or anything like that. The original I said it's only for like 4 people. Grab juice of a half a lime. Add some sour to this. Grab the end of a spoon and kind of twist it. Get the juice out. Or you could buy one of those things. I mean, some people have those, or they have in restaurants now when you get lemon, they have like this net that they put on it.
Yeah.
And so the seeds don't get into your food, like if you get fish and chips or something. When my wife got it, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. Twist it all around there. Beautiful. Now, you definitely need some cilantro for this because it is a salsa. Got a couple of sprigs here, about a tablespoon. Now, instead of usually I chop them fine, but I just want to rip it. I want nice big pieces of cilantro in this. No messing around here. You can probably start to smell that a bit. If you use dry herbs, in anything. Sometimes I use dried cilantro when I couldn't find it. Sometimes Stop and Shop will run out. They sell it in little packets in like the international section, where you see the spices. Use less. So I told you a tablespoon of this, use half of that if you're gonna use dried. It's so much stronger. And if you wanna let this sit, you can let it sit in the fridge for a while, just to get it to come together. Now, see our other thing over here? Yeah. You know how you can tell when this is done?
Taste it.
What?
What?
Coat the back of a spoon?
Coats the bags.
It's done.
It's thick enough.
We can write your name in it. That's how Professor showed us with hollandaise sauce. That's because we had a sauce class and you had to do that for a test. You had to do all your cuts and a soup and a sauce. So I had to do hollandaise. So it has to be ribbon. He says, until you can write your name in it, it's not ready. So this kind, I'll Stop and Shop. Just a little bit of salt, because I'm gonna add something else that's salty in here as well. I like using garlic, a little bit of garlic powder. Not salt, because now, like I said, I'm gonna add something else with salt, so. I mean, if you only had garlic, salt, and use it, just in moderation. This I'm gonna eyeball, this is on like about a half teaspoon, but it could be a little bit less, depends on how much like garlic you like in your food. About a teaspoon of low sodium soy sauce. Buy low sodium everything if you can, There, now I wanna get some contrast in there, so I wanna add in some ground ginger. I didn't use fresh, I've been using the ground lately, but use less, like I was telling you, because this ginger is very strong. You know, pretty moderate Asian cooking. This is only gonna be like a fourth. Like a quick little jab here. Right at the end, add pure sesame seed oil. This is gonna be like a nice flavor at the end of your salads, stir fries, nice nutty scent in the air. Start to smell it.
How much did you put in?
Just about 3 or 4 drops. Then you wanna let this now until it's like nice and soft, because it doesn't have to be totally, because remember, this is gonna end up in the oven as well. So now we have to let this cool down.
Say these things on?
Oh, egg roll wrappers.
Egg roll wrap.
So you do it in a diamond. Stuff it down. This is just like cornstarch on here. It's so they don't stick together. So you can brush it off a little bit. So whatever filling you have, whether it be this or something else you want to do, you get creative. Put that over there. Basically tip to tip, but not all the way, to about there. So it's pointing at it. Edge this way, tuck. See, that's why I don't put filling all the way out here. Because this is all gonna come in anyway. And just roll it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but look, mine's not perfect right here, this one is a little bit higher. Again,
How long would you bake those for?
these are about 20 minutes to 25 minutes, that's about 35. Because that one I want a crispier
What
outside.
do you make them at?
350, 340.